Well, that took you long enough.
What do you mean it took me long enough?
That was like a 5-second delay.
I don't want to open up every single commentary, Pedro.
Of course you don't. That's what you have me for. But anyways, people, welcome to Punch Out for the Wii!
And I know this is a late celebration, even though I already posted a video on this channel of Super Mario Strikers, and I showed a picture of the Lil Mac poster I took to the Invitational earlier this month, but hey, Lil Mac's my favorite Nintendo icon. Now that he's finally a Smasher, I figured I might as well celebrate, no matter how soon or late it is.
Whatever, man. I mean, Lil Mac, he will always be the most awesome boxer in history.
Yeah, I made up that Proton John me in the top left. I made that up on my own. That's not really his.
Yeah, I can also see if Stalin told me.
Yeah, he sent me that via Miiverse 3 years ago.
I see. But anyways, so what are your memories, with Punch-Out?
I played all 3 games. I mean, I didn't really start playing them until I was in, middle school or... Yeah, middle school. I didn't start playing Punch-Out until I was in middle school, and I mean the original one featuring Mr. Dream. I've yet to play the Mike Tyson version, although it's not any different than the Mr. Dream version. But I also played this game. I got it about 10 months after its release as I got it used from a local GameStop in Maryland, and then I decided to download Super Punch-Out for the Virtual Console, and of all 3 games, I'd say Super Punch-Out's my favorite, and it's hard. I don't think I have a least favorite. I'd say second favorite's a tie between this and the original, but Super is definitely my favorite one.
I see. Well, for my memories, I've always started with the, with the first, well, not the first one, but the NES Punch-Out game with Mike Tyson, which I was had privilege, to try that version. Not with Mr. Dream, but until I got it later on the Virtual Console. But anyways, Glass Joe.
I have been to Paris before, believe it or not, people who are new to me. I've been to Paris before, and
Bonjour.
despite French stereotypes, I actually loved France. Most of the Frenchmen I met were really nice, but... And look at that. Boom. That's a very quick way to knock out Glass Joe.
And how long was that, by the way?
Let's look at the clock.
I also love his space in there.
About 29 seconds.
28 seconds.
If you round it up, it's about 29
God
seconds.
damn.
Yeah, but try and memorize that quickly if you ever play this game, people, or play it again, because that's the fastest way to beat Glass Joe.
Yeah.
And unlike every other playthrough I've seen of this game, I'm actually going to go back to opponents to look at the stats from the fight as well. Look at that. Punches landed, none. Punches missed, none.
Yeah, but it seems like, it's always, it seems, you have, like, you're an expert, when it comes to Punch-Out, though.
Yeah, well, I'm getting back into it. I haven't played the Punch-Out series in a while, but... And I was admittedly irate when I found out that Sonic was coming back to Smash Bros., but once I found out Lil Mac made his debut, I gained so much more interest in the series once again, and so I decided to celebrate with this, and because it had been a while, I'm still getting used to the controls and everything again, the challenge. Anyway, here's Von Kaiser, and yeah, I said Von because in German V's are pronounced as F's and W's are pronounced as V's.
I was just thinking, what's your opinion about him?
He gives my bloodline a very bad name, and here's why. Look, it's over! Like I said, Von Kaiser gives the Germans, my blood brothers from Germany, and everybody else of German descent a very bad name just because of how weak he is.
Yeah, well, what is very funny about Monkazu is that I love it in the NES version that he has like the awkward camel going in his sprite.
No, if you want to know two other characters with camel toe, look at Soda Popinski and Super Macho Man. They have really big time junk in that game. And Stalin's probably going to complain, why can't I get in on this?
Yeah.
Because you already got so excited that you vomited over Sonic's Return, and it outraged me so much that we denied you. We kid, Stalin. We love you.
Yeah, or something, you know, you really don't need to, you know, wait with the commentaries, man. But anyways, welcome, Disco Fabulous.
I prefer to call him Disco, but that... Okay, I'm censoring that out. That's offensive. I'm sorry to everybody out there who might be gay, bisexual, or transgender. I'm so sorry about that.
Or just for sure the LGBT community. No, for me, I prefer, you know, Disco Fabulous because it has more of a ring to it, though. Not to mention, it's also one of his taunts, though.
Oh, jeez, I still cannot get over that dance. Disco Fabulous!
Oh man,
I like how
I just love it. Not to mention, I also love his very sassy attitude.
Down already.
Well,
Hey Mario, you look older. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I know that referee's not really Mario, but it used to be Mario to those of you who aren't familiar with Punch-Out.
well, wait, I was going to joke being like, I'm like, yeah, Mario got very old in this game.
And he's down again. And to those of you who follow Punch-Out closely, like Pedro and I do, if you played the arcade version of Punch-Out, and I mean the really old one from the 80s, you know, the one that had that wireframe and that robotic voice, Disco Kid is a remake of, what's his name, Kid Quick.
Yeah, either Kid Quick or if you look in the arcade version of Super Punch-Out, people was thinking he might be related to Kid Hurricane.
Kid Hurricane? What, is that Piston Hurricane's son?
Again, like, you know, I haven't even looked very deep into it though, but
But are you ready for the next challenge?
I'm still very amazed, like, you know, with how fast, like, you know, you've got him though.
Yeah. Still, I don't claim to be the best player in Punch-Out, and I honestly think no one should claim to be the best at any game unless they prove it at a convention or a tournament or something.
Oh, wait, I also love how you can see King Hippo's plumber's crack.
Wait, you can see his butt crack? Oh yeah, you can, I just know that. I love that.
Oh,
I love that hell. Okay, now let's start the fight. Oh, but I forgot just one thing. There we go.
But anyways, what's your opinion about King Hippo?
I think he's a funny character, but I think he's a really stupid one too.
For me, I just love his very goofy his very goofy attitude. That's when he's like the most cartoony one, like in the entire series.
And I like how it says he's from Hippo Island, which is supposedly in the South Pacific, and yet I've Googled every time, even though I am a geography nutcase, and I can tell you from before I Google searched and after I Google searched, no such island exists. And yet every other place in this game that a player comes from exists. So I don't know why he has to be fictitious.
Yeah. Yeah, I also love, like, you know, he has, like, let's say that... The thing is, I love, like, you know, that the way, like, you know, you have, like, you know, to get him is just, like, you know, just either, you know, give him a punch and either, you know, punch him in the kisser or punch him in the freaking belly, though.
And also, if you dodge really quickly and then counter just after he throws the punch, you'll get a star if you're fast enough. Which is what I was trying to do.
And that is Sam's strategy 101.
Only King Hippo does not lose stamina very quickly.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, well,
King Hippo is kind of tedious to fight sometimes. Oh well. Yeah, I haven't even reviewed this footage very much lately.
Yeah, what was I gonna say is...
It looked like he was clutching his coconuts. And just before the round ends.
Just at the last second.
Oh, no, don't do it, don't do it! Oh, he killed
No,
at least
no,
he killed
oh!
at least 5 people. And Lil Mac wins the minor circuit in less than 11 minutes.
Yeah, but actually, the other thing I also want to point out is that, like, unlike in the NES version or either Super Punch, is that at least you know that they're necessary to give you like a bit of a notification of when they're attacking.
Yeah.
Instead of like trying to pay attention.
I also noticed when you win certain circuits, in the original game you won trophies, but here they decided to follow the more fighting, the more boxing/wrestling
Belts.
Yeah, they go with belts, so I guess the way is what you would call it. The wrestling and boxing way where they actually give you belts instead of trophies. And look at that, he's whimpering in the corner like a little baby.
Well, he is a fully grown baby though. Time for everyone's favorite scene ever.
Bike. Lewis stole my bike, but this time on the Wii. I stole that line from Lewis Prower, I must admit. I like it when he said this time on the Wii.
Yeah, but I also love how much let's see how Brental Floss did his interpretation of it though.
Yeah. Anyways, major circuit already. And our first opponent is Piston Honda. Although, I said Honda because that was his original name, but here they renamed him Hondo because of the motor companies.
Well, no, here's how you probably say it, Stan. Piston Honda trademark.
Okay, yeah. So, I like how he's 26-1 with 18 knockouts, and I guess that means the only fighter he lost to is Mr. Sandman, so why is he at the bottom of the major circuit then? Shouldn't he be second best in the world circuit if he has that kind of record?
I don't know, but I also do like the fight of them. He does bring up a very good challenge, though.
Yeah, and one thing I absolutely love about this Punch-Out game, unlike a lot of video games where foreign characters will speak in English, here they speak in their native languages.
Yeah,
so,
instead of like of the obvious accents, though.
Yeah, so Glass Joe is French, Von Kaiser is German, Piston Honda is Japanese, and you'll notice the other ones as we go through.
Well, King Hippo, he's King Hippo.
He's just a stupid dumbass, I think.
Yeah, I also love about like, oh yeah, that was the thing I also do. The other detail I love about, like, you know, like when, like, you know, when you're staggering them, I love how, let's say, they have like different things that's flowing around their head.
Yeah. I like how for Piston Honda, I'm still gonna call him Piston Honda just because I prefer that name. But
yeah,
I like how for
Honda.
Piston Honda, when you're beating him up, it shows sushi and scrambled eggs.
Yeah, and also let's say with Glass Joe, it's obviously, you know, with baguettes.
And
oh yeah, I also love it. TKO. Also love it the little two when he tries to do a sidestep.
Yeah.
I always find it very hilarious, though.
But I also find funny for Glass Joe, when you knock him out, he spills croissants all over the ring.
Yeah, and also with Von Kaiser, I think it's basically just stars, right?
Yeah, for him, he just stands up straight as if he's staying at attention, and then he just collapses out of exhaustion.
Yeah, and with Disco Kid, probably the same thing, but...
No, he does Disco Kid does pinball before he face plants on the ring floor.
Yeah, but also with King Hippo that there's like pineapples flowing around him. Oh, by the way, there's Keith.
That's Keith if he gained another, I'd say, 180 pounds, and he lived in British Columbia with you, Pedro. And if he shaved off his hair and took his head off and grew out a beard.
And not to mention he grew like a perfect, let's see, a perfect chest hair of a pine tree.
Yeah. Oh, I never noticed that was a pine tree.
Yeah, you never noticed that?
No, I just thought that was chest hair, but... Anyways, to those of you who might not know, Bear Hugger was voiced by Richard Newman, who also voiced, what's his name? M. Bison in the Street Fighter cartoon.
Yeah.
Which I find really cool.
I also love, let's see, he also trained with the bear.
Well, he's called Bear Hugger for a reason.
Yeah.
Shut up, Keith. Don't you tease me.
Yeah, it's like he always does in our casual chats.
Yeah. And down in less than half a minute. Although the time really flies here, it's not even like seconds. I think they speed the seconds up by 3 or something. So each round's only like a minute or a minute and a half instead of the full 3 minutes.
Yeah. Oh. I also love it when he does that.
I'm trying not to dodge because I'm trying to get as many stars as possible. And I already knocked out 2 teeth and gave him a bandage and a welt.
Yeah, I guess the thing I also notice is that it's like, unlike in the other Punch-Out games that in this one, you know, they go way more detailed, like, on the injuries.
Yeah, a lot of the injuries they show here are pretty brutal, actually.
It's such in a very cartoony way.
And in an E10 game, nonetheless.
Yeah, but then again, you know,
For kids!
It's for kids, and that's cartoon violence for you.
And that's Canada in a nutshell. Maple leaves.
Lots of maple leaves in the air.
And before any of my Canadian neighbors complain that I'm being disrespectful, there's a Canadian in this commentary already. His name is Pedro. I have nothing against Canadians. Besides, Keith and Pedro make fun of Stalin and me all the time for being American. So I have nothing against Canadians.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you know...
We're just being neighbors.
We're just being, you know, asshole neighbors to each other anyways.
Yeah, I mean, we always are, most of the time anyways.
Oh. Anyways, to check out the stats. Only 3 misses, eh?
Yeah. Oh, this...
And time for this asshole.
Great Tiger is a disgrace to almost everybody who lives in and is from India, I personally think. And I swear,
Actually,
the first time you play this game without seeing any playthroughs or anything, I think Great Tiger is the first opponent who's actually a challenge.
Yeah, but surprisingly, you know, he actually. The thing I'm not very surprised is he's more harder in the NES version.
I'm not surprised about that either.
Yeah, the reason why is because you really gotta pay attention to his freaking jewel on his turban.
Yeah.
Actually, another like interesting also like solid idea is that is like there's like there's one person I was subscribed to like they actually let's say did a bit of a game theory of like what if let's see is Punch-Out sister or anything.
Ouch.
But then again, you know, like this game loves to like make fun of every stereotype though.
Yeah. Yeah, and I noticed when Danny was playing this game, he said that Punch-Out is a special racism. I will say, even though I don't watch Game Grumps much anymore, Danny, I gotta tell you, I like you a lot, man, but I don't think it's racism. I think the term you're looking for is national bias. Because if it was racism, it'd be based on race, not someone's nationality. But yeah, this game likes to make fun of people's national stereotypes.
Not to mention, you also give it a good punch in the guts.
Yeah. I like how when he gets up, he says, "Oh, where am I?" in Urdu. Yeah, I like how he can teleport anywhere. Yeah, he can't even figure out where he is when he gets knocked down and then gets back up.
Yeah, I also love the way, you know, like, let's see. Oh, jeez.
Well, he lost already.
Again, that was very quick, though. I was feeling maybe people are like, you know. Actually, you know what, never mind, but. that TKO, though. Again, very quick, dude. I mean. It looks like, you know, you're obviously gonna, like, speedrun this game.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm speedrunning, because if I was speedrunning, I'd probably already be done the major circuit about 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, but then again, you know, you're very quick with these matches.
And After we check at Great Tiger stats, man, he's a pretty weak fighter, but we'll have to see who we're up against next. Oh yeah, this jerk ass.
I love this asshole.
I do too, but still, just I'm sorry to those of you who support the Smash national football team, and by that I mean soccer, obviously, but I friggin' hate the Smash national team, so I'm gonna say this fight right here is the Smash national team of 2014 in a nutshell. After we see his opening scene with the bull. I like how he knocks the bull away with his elbow. Or at least it looks like.
And I love how he is so narcissistic.
Almost all your opponents in this game are narcissistic. The worst, I think, is Super Macho Man, but that'll come later.
Yeah, but actually, you know what's sort of very funny about Don Flamenco is that sounds like, you know, he's obviously, you know, like Spanish, right?
Yeah.
He does also reminds me, you know, of Vega in Street Fighter. He is also a narcissistic asshole ever.
Yeah, it fits.
Yeah, what's funny is like I'll just see people like, you know, make a debate up like who's more of a narcissistic asshole between him and Vega.
I'd say it's Vega personally, because Vega actually brags about his money and power and then goes out to kill people just for pleasure.
Not to mention he loves to call everybody ugly. Oh, bad.
He's down again. That's another thing. When he does the uno, dos, tres, make sure that you dodge rather than duck. Make sure you dodge rather than duck, because after you dodge all of them and then punch him, you'll get a free star.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, but I also love how, like, not too long ago was like the way, like, you know, you were like comboing him. It looks like, you know, like, you see like that. You're basically his very perfect dance partner.
Like I said, this is the Smash national team of 2014 in a nutshell. Oh, and there goes his toupee. There goes his toupee, just like there goes Sergio Ramos's long hair. I can't believe I just made a joke about Sergio Ramos.
You definitely did, my friend.
Milesto. What does Milesto mean again?
Oh, I actually need to hear that again, though, but...
And he's down.
A very dramatic... knockout.
That TKO was for the Dutch and the Chileans. Thank you for the belt, Spain.
Yeah, I love how he like has one of the most very dramatic knockouts ever.
Major circuit is yours, baby.
It's so beautiful that he is so pathetic.
Yeah, he's more pathetic than I don't know what. Anyways, now that those two circuits are done, Pedro and I will see you when we get to the World Circuit in the next episode.
In part 2.
But before we do that, we need to check his stats, and he's hiding his head because he's ashamed he lost his toupee.
Yeah, what's very funny is that in the NES version, he's very piss easy though.
Yeah, all you have to do is just go right, left, right, left, right, left the whole time, and then you'll win after 2 knockdowns. He's even easier than Glass Joe.
Yeah, well, anyways, see you in the next part, people.
You'll see in the next part when we go up against the World Circuit, like I said before. By the way, you don't want to put Sonic in the ring with me, Stalin, because if you do, I'll make sure that he's pissing in a bedpan by the time I'm through with him.
And one day, we shall do a Little Mac, final destination only, no items.
So, what, all Little Mac?
All Little Macs, no items, final destination only.
Yeah, well, one day it's also going to be Little Mac versus Sonic versus Mega Man. I already know that's going to come one day. Anyways, enough about Smash Brothers. I'm trying not to spoil myself, even though I did go to the Invitational. Anyways, see you in the next episode.
Alright.